Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the start of another vlog, and that's why the background is just what it is. It's real because I have seen a bunch of people do this, but I'm doing mine a little different. And so the video concept basically is swapping screen time for reading, or like taking my time that I would usually be using, basically looking at how much screen time they have and taking some of those hours to dedicate to reading. However, I know my screen time is bad and I know I could just like look in the phone at the thing, but I'm just gonna document my time because that's not all screen time. Like I do various things throughout the day. So this week, I'm just gonna stick to my normal schedule and document how much time I spend between, you know, whether that's filming, editing, reading, working out, watching TV, scrolling, whatever. I'm gonna document that for a week. So that's gonna be this vlog. And the next week, at the end of this vlog, I will look at my time and decide how much I'm going to swap for reading and see if that improves it. It could be that I just don't feel like reading as much now. And maybe even if I swap the hours, I don't get a lot of reading done. And maybe I watch more TV, which I do want to. Like TV that I have to pay attention to and not just can scroll. But anyway, we're not going to get into all of that. This week is my regular schedule. So it is 11:39. It's Monday. I was out of town this weekend. I went down to my mom's, and that just always throws me off because it's just constant socializing with family, and I saw friends. So I'm just like depleted. I'm still gonna do some things today. I've made my little list in my planner, and I'm just gonna keep track of my day. So far today I did do a lot of scrolling this morning because I just didn't want to get up. But I had breakfast, started laundry, unpacked my bag, and so I'm documenting all of that. So I'll be back to update you, and I do have reading on the list today, and I have multiple books that I have started from my previous video. I don't know the order of this, where I was doing try a chapter, so I don't know what I'll be reading. Hopefully I will read. I often write it down and sometimes I don't get to it. So again, this is me sticking to my normal schedule and doing all of the things that I would normally do and fitting in reading, and you will just see how that is, because I know it's bad. I know that my scrolling is an addiction and it's out of hand, and I've got to reel it in. So this is me addressing the problem, and then next week we're going to put some changes into action and see how it goes. So welcome to this vlog. Also, this is not sponsored, but I just want to say that if you are a lover of salt and vinegar chips and you are like, ooh, they're never vinegary enough for you, Tom's Vinegar and Salt is the answer. I've only recently discovered these and my life has been changed because I love salt and vinegar. That's my number two. That's not a number one chip, but I always want more vinegar. And you could think I'm weird. I don't care. I have no shame. So I don't know if there's another brand that has vinegar and salt, not just salt and vinegar. Will change your life. Okay, that's it. Welcome to the vlog. Let's see how much time I spend on my phone. Spoiler alert, I think it's a lot. So I was doing a newsletter for my Patreon for a while, and I fell off, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna work on that right now, and went back to the little template I had in Canva. In a part of the newsletter, there were always a lot of pictures of Nigel, and so now I'm trying to not, it's not gonna derail my day, but for the most part, I've like taken all the photos off of my phone and put them into my hard drive, even though there's still so many. And obviously he's still in my channel art, and I can't forget him. I don't want to. Man, it just is, you know, something that's always in the back of my head, but the stuff like this just brings it to the forefront. I just don't like to think about it. That's it. So I'm probably gonna have a cry. It's 12 o'clock now, and then I'll get back to the newsletter. So it's not scrolling, but I do love to scroll, so I could have other mind-numbing things in my brain and not have to think about. Because here's the thing. Nigel, I hate saying was, my soul dog. Like, we shared the same birthday, literally. If there ever was that dog is my child, that was him. That was my baby. And, God, I'm just still, angry. So anytime I'm reminded, it just hurts because I'm mad. And I'm sad. And I just know there'll never be another. So. Okay. Fun clip, huh? I actually like these paperback covers. I could do without the step back. But I'm always like, should I read these? Maybe they would be fun. Only one more. Fine. I hate how close this is, but hello, it's still Monday. Oh. I was just in Barnes & Noble. That's where my friend / roomie, she works there part-time, so she gets a discount. And the first book I was looking for was the one I found in the end, The Lion Woman of Tehran. And she told me the other day, because I was like, the paperback comes out on Tuesday. She said, oh, it's already out. And she bought a copy. And then I went, the original clip was me looking for it. And I'm like, bitch, did you get the last one? But no, the last one I got. So I'm like, oh, snatch. And then obviously the paperback of The Will of the Many, because I'm planning to reread that and do like a recap video, like an in-depth recap video. And so, did I say reread it? Yes, because I already read it. So anyway, I had to leave them there because there was nobody else to ring me up because it's her discount code, whatever. So I need to run to the Food Lion to get a couple things. I'm trying to think. It is 5 o'clock. My Pilates class is at 6. And only one of the things I need is cold. I need to get a frozen pizza to have something to eat tonight. I'm like, do I have enough time to get it, go back to the house, put the pizza up, then go to Pilates? It's not like super out of the way. Ugh, it's raining. I hate driving in the rain. So I'm trying to think what to do, because obviously I can get out of Pilates and go to but it's like the store that's right beside where Pilates is either a Publix or a Lowe's, whatever foods. It's just gonna be more expensive than if I go to the Food Lion. So I'm gonna stop yapping and go and grab those things really quick so I can go drop it off and then go to Pilates. And it's a heated mat Pilates class, so it's gonna be gross. Not gross, but I just get sopping wet, sweating. So I'm gonna go do that. More time not able to scroll. Yay! Well, I survived. It didn't feel like it was as hot in the beginning, and then it got pretty hot. I'm really bad about, like, everyone gets here really early, so I try to get here early. Look at my shirt. To put my mat down and get my spot, and then I tend to come back out and then just like scroll on my phone to the classes ready to start. And I was doing that. I was like, let me put my phone down. So like the 10 minutes before class started, I just laid on the mat. It's a small step. I mean, I'm not supposed to be changing my methods this week, but it's like in my head. So I did that. But yeah. I haven't read today. I haven't done much today. Today has been much of a Monday. So we'll see if I get any reading done today. Back, showered, pizza is done. Let me show you. I don't know why I need to show you like you haven't seen a pizza before. The light isn't even on. Just a classic Red Baron pizza, you know? Necessary. Look, I got this packet of Parmesan. Perfect. Woo! And also, because I am me, I am gonna have some of these on the side. And I'm gonna put on riveting TV. It's already here. 90 Day Fiancé UK. Woo! Hey, here's some context, which is important. I am not denying that I have high screen time, but I just want to mention a few things that I realized. Because I don't like to close out apps. They're usually on in the background, and my background refreshing, it do be refreshing. So while I think that for the most part, especially TikTok numbers are accurate, some of the numbers some days, like on Threads, I'm like, there's no way I was actively on Threads that whole time. Because if I showed a screenshot from every single day, sometimes it says like 5 hours spent in Google Maps. I do not do that, and I didn't have it on for navigation, but it'll just be up in the background and it'll be refreshing. So I just wanted to mention that. And then also, I feel like I had something else, but maybe not. So for Monday, I did 0 reading. None. Zip. I spent about 4 hours and 33 minutes on TikTok, 3 hours and 14 minutes on Reddit, and an hour and 49 on Threads. And I'm not going through every app. Those are my top 3 that have the most screen time across a week. So I'm not going into everything. Those are my major, where I spend the most of my time. So that's what you'll see every day. That's my Monday roundup. Hello, here's another low quality clip. It is Tuesday, and I did spend a little bit of time scrolling this morning, but not a lot, because Tuesday mornings are like a designated chat time that I talk to Andrew. So we talked for like an hour, like a FaceTime, and I have done some scrolling, but like I made tea, I had a muffin, whatever. And then I spent the last 2 hours and some change editing, captioning, making thumbnail, posting, and stuff like that. So I have not been on my phone as much today. And I have had on 90 Day Fiancé. And now I'm gonna have some lunch. But yeah, it's in my head that I need to decrease my screen time, but I'm trying to keep to my normal schedule. So I do normally do like editing and captioning. Usually I do more of this on Monday, but yesterday I didn't do a lot. I napped and scrolled my phone a lot yesterday, so.
Don't ask me my pace. Just know I'm not walking, okay?
Ooh, 2 for 2. Tuesday, 0 time reading. 4 hours on Reddit, 3 hours on TikTok, 2.5 on Threads. Again, those numbers may be slightly inflated, especially Reddit. I think is a little higher because it being a background app, but I do bees on the Reddit, okay? Oh God. Good morning, it's me in my bonnet. I would turn the light on, but I hate overhead light. So I'm getting ready for the gym, and by getting ready, I like getting this ciabatta baguette. So I'm having part of that with butter, and then I'm gonna make my little jam jar latte using my very delicious and reliable Nescafe Gold. This is the intense one. I love this. She has done me so good, better than most of the independent coffee shops I've tried around here. So far, you see our reading tally is at 0. Yep, it bees like that. So we'll see what happens today, but yep, getting ready for the gym. And again, I put on my schedule in my planner today to read, and we'll see if I actually do that. Yikes. Oof. I'm in the car to go to the gym. I'm just letting, it warm up a bit. Not like warm, but just not drive off immediately. But Here's the thing, I don't even want to go to the gym by making myself, did I do something? Yeah, I did do something on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, I went to Pilates class on Monday, I ran yesterday, I'm going to the gym. I just feel so unmotivated in everything this week. I don't want to film, I don't want to read, I don't want to exercise. And usually, like, coming back from home, my social battery was exhausted, but usually by today I feel back to my normal self, but I still feel exhausted. It's been overcast and or rainy every day since Sunday also, and so that's not helping. But I just am like, I just sat on the bed for a while, just like stared. I just like don't want to do anything. So I'm making myself go to the gym. I know I need to get up and be active. I wrote out a plan of stuff to do today, like do my language learning. Hopefully I do read. I put film. I need to look through my phone because like I keep a note with film ideas to see if there's anything. I haven't felt content inspired, or like I have some ideas but they're not fully fleshed out. So I just feel like this week and I just feel like existing, and that's why I put on TV like 90 Day Fiance, where I can be like in and out. I scroll on my phone, or I just kind of like lay there, kind of drift in and out of sleep. I have been coloring a little bit on my iPad while watching it, but I just, stuff that doesn't require concentration, thought, like much effort, I just feel so, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I hope I'm not coming down with anything, but yeah, I just don't have it. I need to refill my gum. So we're gonna go to the gym, get some movement. I also need to go to AutoZone actually on my way back because I need some new windshield wipers and I need Rain-X because it just keeps raining and I can tell I need new wipers. So I'm gonna go to the gym and I actually hope I read today. It's like maybe I need an audiobook, but like a rare thing that I don't have any holds out from the library. This rarely happens, but I don't know what kind of audiobook I'm in the mood for. Why is this me? Why am I this way? Oh, it's raining again. I really gotta go to AutoZone. And I'm supposed to get, I was gonna go to the commissary because I'm out of a couple things. I hate doing things in the rain. I have an umbrella, but still, it's just annoying. Rain, like, why can it, I need it to know, rain to know when I'm at home, and that's the only time you can rain. Anytime I was like, I want to vlog, but I want to have my bonnet on, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm also already 35% into Angels and Demons, and I started it this morning. Shout out to Olivia, because I listened to it while driving, I listened to it at the gym, and then also when I was here and I was like cleaning out the bathroom. So yeah, I'm 35% in and I'm intrigued. I'm having a good time. I'm listening to the audiobook obviously, and so yeah, that's what I'm gonna put on right now. I'm gonna wash my fruit, have a snack while I listen to this audiobook. At this rate, shoot, I could finish tomorrow. Well, let's not get crazy, but I am at least reading today. Wow, I'm at 49%. I only have this audiobook on 1.5. This seems to be going by very fast. I need to get up. I need to get dressed to go to yoga, but I don't want to. I've been listening to the audiobook and coloring on my iPad, and I'm like, I would like to stay right here, but let me not let my money go to waste. I already went to the gym today. I'm tired. You know how when you're eating at home, a lot of times you're like, I don't want that. I have the opposite. Because tonight I am so pumped. Because over the last, see how sweaty my shirt is? I don't have the confidence to just wear a sports bra on there, so I'm always drenched in a t-shirt. But over the last, I don't know, several months, I've been having there's been a cabbage renaissance in my house. And I say my house, I don't have a house, I live in a house, whatever. Anyway, I've been loving cabbage, and I'm making cabbage tonight with andouille sausage and onions and white beans, and I'm gonna saute it all together and eat over rice. It just sounds so simple, but that's what got me through yoga. I was thinking about that. I can't wait to eat. the reality of doing all this working out is constant laundry. And I don't have anywhere to like put them. You know, like I don't have a laundry room. So they sit in my room and they get stinky. So I have to wash clothes about every 2 or 3 days. Isn't that fun? Work out, be active, they said. Sweat is good for you. You know what? I like this little font thing better, but I'm not going to go back and change the other days. Anyway, Wednesday stats. I did read about 2.3 hours. I'm roughly estimating that because I listened to like half the audiobook at 1.5 times speed, listening to Angels and Demons. But I still spent, according to my phone, 4 hours on 4.5 hours on Threads, 4.5 on TikTok, 3 hours, 3.5 on Reddit. This is where I'm like, the numbers are slightly inflated because I still got a lot of things done on Wednesday. And I was not actively on these apps for that collective amount of time. I would literally get nothing done. But anyway, I mean, it's still high. But I'm trying to defend myself, okay? I'm doing intervals with Nike Run Club, and I'm so tired of them telling me to smile. Shut up. I know there's a non-guided option, but for the intervals, it really helps. I just wish they would talk less and stop telling me to smile. But this cooler weather makes a difference. Makes running a little easier. One more sprint. I know the back camera is better, but I like being able to see myself. I'm done with intervals or speed run. It was a speed run with intervals. I'm done. So I usually go on a cool down walk. So that's what I'm doing right now. And instead of what I would normally do, actually no, this is not supposed to be me changing. I'm gonna do what I normally do, is watch TikToks while I walk. But I didn't wear my running vest because it was a shorter run, but I'm so thirsty and I'm tired. And although it's cooler, I'm still a little sweaty, but not as bad as those 90 plus degree days with like 80% humidity. So I'm enjoying this false fall for however long it lasts. But I'm glad that's over. First TikTok is playing a song that makes me think of Nigel. So now crying on my walk. Update, I've stopped crying. I took a shower and I just ate and made a liquid IV. This one is, oh, it's so good. It's this firecracker. I know you're like, that package isn't open. Yes, well, it's from this box, so you don't think I'm lying to you, okay? It's the firecracker one. Definitely one of my favorites. So I haven't read or listened to my audiobook at all, but I am joining Angela for sprints at 1. It's like a little after 12, so I'm going to continue watching Charmed until then, and then I will do my reading. Stay hydrated. This is so bright. I finished Angels and Demons. Wow. Did not read Monday and Tuesday. Finished a book in 2 days. Might sound congested because I've been crying about Nigel. Anyway, this is where these numbers are getting crazy. 7 hours on Threads. Come the fuck on now. And I was not on Threads while reading. I did 2.3 again reading. I finished the audiobook, but when I was listening to it, I was coloring on my iPad. I was not on Threads. So this is what I'm telling you. The app's open in the background because this says 7 hours on Thread, 5 hours on TikTok, 2.5 on Reddit. Come on now. That's my entire waking hours. I am not on these fucking apps that bad. I mean, I'm addicted, but it's not that bad. Taking their time. Usually this would make me mad, but
I'm just enjoying it.
Went to the gym, had a good workout. Go to the commissary afterwards because it's the only place I can find. Literally, I've looked on their website. It's the only place around here I can find this that I use to make waffles. I got 2 boxes and some other stuff. I'm gonna make a pot roast, but I'm getting in the car to look for my hand sanitizer. I buy these little ones from Trader Joe's. I just bought this one. It's empty. It's spilled in my bag and now everything's sticky. I'm like, why? It's not like sticky, but it has like a film. I forgot I don't know why I'm carrying around this bag. This is all foreign currency. I don't know why it's in this bag. Well, this bag was like, not my everyday bag, but in my everyday bag, the strap popped and... Anyway, I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed by that. Like that just... Anyway, I'm listening to a book that I think was one of a patron TBR jar pick, and I think it's a memoir. It's called like Why Fish Don't Exist, I think, and I'm like already 41% through it, so I'm probably gonna finish it today. And I have thoughts. I'm still processing those thoughts, but I'll let you know what I think when I finish it. Spoiler alert! Filmed a rant about it. Yeah. But I'm gonna go so I can go home and make me some waffles. Why does it look like a jacked up smiley face? It's a pot roast. I've never made it in this kind of thing, but we shall see. Also, I finished that book. I have a lot of thoughts about it. Listen here, you're getting a lot of honest vlogging because I don't have it to, nothing is aesthetic, okay? My pillowcases are in the dryer. So it is what it is. Anyway, I just need to talk about this book. Why Fish Don't Exist by Lulu Miller. It's not like, I wouldn't put this on my list of things where I'm like, must read. Oh. No. So I'm gonna watch Charmed now. All right, Friday stats. Still on that bullshit I see. I did read about 4.3 hours. 3.3-ish of that was that audiobook because it was total 5 hours, but I read it at 1.5 times speed. And I did do like an hour of reading. I had sprints Friday night. I was reading a physical book, but it still says 7 hours on Threads, 6 hours on TikTok, 4 hours, 41 minutes on Reddit. Like, just, no, that's not possible, but whatever. Obviously, my phone's a hater. We see that. Okay, I found another bakery. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. The other bakery, I was going for a specific s'mores cookie. So we're gonna see, but I need some kind of reward. Completing the run itself isn't enough. I need something delicious and then to bed rot all day after this. So I'm 5 miles in. I had some more chews, had a break, had some water. So it's time to go back, although a lot of it is uphill. Ignore me trying to pose for a thumbnail, but I didn't really record anything on Saturday. I had a 10-mile run in the morning, and then I did a whole bunch of nothing. Woof, it's been a day. I don't know if I already put this in here, but I ran today. It was a long run day, and I ran to a bakery that makes these delicious s'mores cookies, and I just heated them up. I've been in bed all day after getting back and showering while I got up to eat. But running sucks. Why do I do that? And I haven't read a thing today. I lied. I listened to an audiobook while I was running. So I got to listen to like 3 hours of that audiobook. Yeah. Okay, now we're seeing real numbers here because Saturday truly was a rot day after I ran and showered. Besides getting up to eat, I laid in the bed all day. A little drifting. I never truly went to sleep, watching TV on my phone. And my numbers are only 3 hours and 13 minutes on TikTok, 2 hours, 20 minutes on Thread, 47 on Reddit. Like, I never truly went to sleep. So how a day I genuinely spend in bed on my phone, my numbers are half what they are on another day. So this is more accurate, especially for a heavy scroll day. Whatever. I'm tired of defending myself at this point. Just, okay, I know my truth. Hey, it's Sunday, and I read for like 10 minutes. And I decided I don't know if I'm in the mood for that book. I put a hold for the audiobook and in the mood for reading it with my eyeballs. But I am back to watching. I started yesterday, Hurricane Katrina Race Against Time. That's on Hulu. I'm on episode 3 and oh my god. That's all I have to say. Oh my god. But this is the last day of this regular week. And so I will be editing tomorrow, today I need to look through like my screen time and calculate my like actual time that I'm on my phone. But then tomorrow I'll be like editing the video and like showing all my different things I did throughout the week. But once I have that data, then I'm going to decide, and I don't know if it'll be in this video or the next one, how much of that time I'm going to take and aggregate towards something else, towards reading. So that'll be next week. So today is going to be my last regular day of my normal phone reading habits, and then next week I will change and try to do more. My hand. So anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I told myself that I would get up at 12 to film a video, so we'll see. Yeah, I just filmed a video, but I have to turn my fan off when I do that because I'm in a really small room and it's right under my camera. And it was about 20 minutes and I sweat through my shirt. Like I had to take my shirt and my shorts off because I sweat through them. I used to be able to film in a sweatshirt in the summertime. So, I'm trying to cool off. I'm standing right in front of my fan right now. I normally don't go to a class on Sunday, but I decided to go to a yin yoga class. Some good stretching after my run yesterday. I did film 2 videos. Of course it's starting to rain right now. I'm like, ugh, I just want to be in bed, but I'm gonna go do this because I'm not reading. And that's a wrap. So for Sunday I did about 15 minutes of reading, 5 hours on TikTok, an hour, 1.5 on Threads, 42 minutes on Reddit. So here's the wrap up. For the week, I read about 12 hours, and my daily average for my top 3 apps were 4.27 hours spent on TikTok, 4.18 spent on Threads, and 3.27 spent on Reddit. Now, I've already said my phone's a hater, and these numbers are a bit inflated. Obviously, average is going to take the high and the low, and averages them together, yada, yada. But those days where it was like 7 hours, I'm like, come on now. That's not true. I do know that I still do spend quite a bit of time on my phone, actively scrolling, and I also just need to be better about closing out apps when I'm not using them. So I'm not going to say I'm very surprised. I'm surprised by like the super high numbers where I know that day wasn't accurate, but like I'm not surprised by the average or the days where it's like 3 hours. I'm like, yeah, that feels spot on. And this is kind of how my reading will go. I won't read for several days and then I'll read. Or sometimes I read a little bit every day. It kind of just changes. So we'll see. We'll see for next week if my reading increases. It may not. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Tell me if you are also in the Screen Time Addicts Club. It's safe here. Hi, my name is Jessica. Hi, Jessica. It's a hard time in this world to be someone with a modicum of intelligence, with empathy, who thinks rationally. It's really hard out here for us, okay? So I do use scrolling as a way to cope, in addition to therapy and prescribed medication, okay? Also, the exercise helps, I guess. Also, sweet treats. It's a well-rounded approach. I like to think so. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreened. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!